Hello and welcome to how I play my level 75 Shaman in Everquest. Here we go. So if you've watched the videos before this, the 55, 50, 60, 65, 70 videos, not much has changed. The core of the class is pretty much the same. We did gain a spell slot and I did put a new spell in there. But for the most part, we have heal, we have slow, we have a dot, and we have our support spells. So that's kind of how this is going to go. I'm going to go over each of these here in a second. And we'll talk about the hotbars and how I have the multi-bind set up, along with any other spells we cast. And we'll cover gear. So step one, spells. So I currently have the best heal we have right now is... Anakogal's Mending from level 73. It only heals for 2700, and quite frankly, it's not that great of a heal. It's not until level 90 where the Shaman gets the first reckless healing spell that it's gonna be a hard few levels here. This spell, I can barely notice it unless it crits, healing my Shaman. My Shadow Knight. And it is, it just feels slow, right? It's a 2.6 cast time. It just, all around, it works, but it's not that great. Next up, I have a healing, or a slowing spell. So this is Balance of Discord. This is from level 69. Now, I looked at these. I couldn't find one that I thought was better. If we look here, there is Hungry Plague at 70, but that is like a 25% slow, I think, if I recall correctly. Yeah, and it tries to do like a plague, like slow other mobs around. I just didn't feel like any of these were better than Balance of Discord at this point, but I could be wrong. But I don't really slow that much, and when I do slow, most of the time the Beast Lord gets it first. Next up, I have a Vengeance of Ankolgal. I guess the healer got mad and he made a dot. And this is 1100 per tick, so it's pretty nice damage. But again, I'm focused on healing, and if I don't need to heal, the mob dies too fast, and if I need to heal, I can only heal. Like it's like we haven't got to that balance yet where the group is more self-sufficient yet, but it's still very heal intensive. Next up, I have Lassitude. Now this is a proc spell that you put on your one of your melee, preferably the tank, and every time the creature that you're fighting hits the tank, they will have a chance to proc a slow. And I try to keep this on at all times. This is usually the only slow I use, so it works pretty well. It also heals, but it's hard to notice that. Next up, I have Talisman of the Panther. Now, Talisman of the Panther is a group version of the previous Spirit of the Panther line, and I think at this point forward, it is only group. So this puts a proc on the everybody in the group, including the pets, to do, some damage here, right? Let's see what we're getting out of this guy. And did it? Yeah, it's on him. It's like, did it even land on him? There we go. Let's make that a little bigger so we can see that. So you can see here's the proc. Wow, is it not like procking at all? It should be over here. No, it'll be spells because it's not mine. So yeah, they're 400 damage, quite a bit. Like there's one. There's no. Well, the pet doesn't proc that much. Let's just say that. Yeah, there's another one. So it's at least like once every 30 seconds at least. So it's not too bad. All right. But I try to keep this up as much as I can on the group. I am running 2 mages, so that's 2 pets plus a Beast Lord and a Shadow Knight, all who have pets, so they all have a chance to proc that. when it's on them. So it's a lot of extra damage that can add up being sent out there. And then I have single target torpor here, Halcyon Breeze. This is just the single target version. I did actually skip over Spectral Renewal, but this is the group version. So you can see the healing difference here between this. Single target is 1200 and group is 768. I try when I'm healing, I keep the group version up at all times on everybody, just because I want everybody to at least have some kind of healing. The healing from that group spell right there, Spectral Renewal, kind of negates the cannibalization damage that I take. You can see there I'm at 84, let's see 94 now, so I gained back 10% just in one tick. 97, you know, it just ticks me right back up. Now, I do have, right here, the next spell is Ancestral Bargain, which is our current level cannibalize single target spell. Like, it's not the AA version. It does have a longer recast time, so I'm considering putting it here in my, let's just do it right now. Let's put it in the multi-bind, why not? I believe I had the other cannibalize in there too, but since it didn't have the cooldown, I just ended up casting that every time I hit the button. But between the group heal and all that stuff, it really takes care of all the healing outside of the tank. Because no one should be taking damage, and if they do, it's the bard, because the bard is a bard, and that's just how that works. Then I have Second Life. This is a new spell we got at 75. This gives us a chance to come back to life. It is a 52-minute, or I think it's a 60-minute. No, it's a 52-minute duration, so an odd duration there. So I didn't know what to put in that spell, because I do eventually plan on, I think, around level 90, replacing like pretty much everything on the top half of this bar with heals from the Reckless line. So at this point, I'm just really putting stuff in just to save me some time, convenience-wise, of like making more buttons to switch spells out and stuff like that. But for the most part, Second Life is going to be coming AA at, what is it called? Pre-incarnation right here at 95. Then we won't have to memorize it ever again. And then I'll keep that up at all times when we buff up and stuff like that. And then on the final slot, I have Talisman of the Stoic one, which is just the current level group regen. Now, you could arguably say this is a waste of a buff slot, but I kind of like it because in certain situations, right, it does heal the most efficiently, right? And, you know, see here, I'm at 400 mana or health regen. Let's see what, take off Spectre real quick. It doesn't even change it, does it? Here, let's open the window again, maybe. All right, so between everything I got going right now, I have 400 health regen, and that, along with like Spectre of Renewal, that's 700, 400. You know, we're getting a lot of hit points back per second, and it all adds up, in all honesty. And that's you know, that's 400 health I don't have to heal, and I can just, you know, do Cannibalize here. This is the normal Cannibalize. Does 3%, instantly healed it all back up, right? So I'm not losing mana from, I'm not losing health from that. And then later on, when we get the Reckless line of healing spells, that the way they work is they take our life to heal other people. That will kind of be negated by our health regen and stuff like that. And we're going to be going heroic stamina on this character, so that'll give us more hit points and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, the Shaman will become far superior than it is now. But I feel like right now at this, you know, 1 to 75, I feel relatively weak with the Shaman. It's kind of painful at times. Now, having a Shadow Knight tank kind of negates some of the issues by being able to you know, life tab back and heal stuff back that way, and that kind of play style really helps out with the Shaman. Now, I feel like I probably, if I had a Paladin, the issues wouldn't be as big, because the paladin has a lot of pure healing, which I would say they heal for more than some of the life taps I have, because of the way they work with all the AAs, but I haven't done the math, so I can't say for certain. It's just how it feels when I'm playing them. But regen is a great spell. I was on a tangent there. Now, this is the everyday carry spells. Like, these are the ones that I'm not going to be changing these out unless I put a different spell in. And those different spells is current level pet. Always have a pet out. The pet does, how much damage was he doing? He's hitting for like 76, so it's like a really weak dot. So might as well have him out if you're, got him going. Now, he is a level 68, so I think he's higher level than the Shadow Knight one. I don't even see the Shadow Knight pet. Yeah, wherever he's at. So I think that he was the 65 one there. Now, it's always good to keep that out. It's extra free damage, right? And a pet's not going to tank a mob for the entire duration without heals. No pet can do that. Tank a current level mob without getting any heals, right? So like they can take a few hits. They're not gonna be great, but they're gonna take hits. They're gonna be able to do damage. It's a good time to have, so always have it out. We do have a level 50 pet haste. I try to keep on it at all times, but sometimes there's other spells to cast, right? I have Spirit Quickening on there. And I believe at some point I get Talisman of Celerity. I thought I did anyway. Where is it here? I could have swore there was an AA for it, but I could be wrong. Anyway, well, it doesn't matter because we have Pack of the Wolf, which is another AA that gives us 60% speed. So I thought there was a group AA for that, but maybe they got rid of it. Now, next up, I have the current level focus. This is the current level focus. This does HP and whatnot. It's just the current level. Now, eventually, that'll evolve into something that does all our buffs, but right now I also have to cast Stamina, which Talisman of the Persistence is the current level Stamina. So I cast that to make sure that we have Stamina. Like, I have a higher level one here at the moment, but I cast Stamina, Focus, and then the one pet buff, and I think that's usually about good to go. Now, AA-wise, we get this new ability here at, 75? This starts to become a fantastic AA line. We have the first rank. There's 16 ranks total. At this first rank, it's just like, a little Ultra Vision, little See and Viz, increases our attack speed, and then turns us into this werewolf that we are now. I block it on most of the other characters, but this one I'm going to leave it on just because it looks cool for like one character. Now, this is a equivalent to an aura. A lot of classes get auras, and this is equivalent to it. Now, later on, this will give us like 40,000 hit points. Like, it's crazy how strong this eventually gets. But right now, it is where it is. Now, we get an upgrade every few levels. Like, see here, this next one at 77 will lowers our attack speed by 5%, but increases our maximum health, mana, and endurance by 400. So the next level starts giving us hit points. So this becomes very good line eventually. But that's the spells I cast. I don't really go outside that wheelhouse of spells. The majority of my time is spent healing, and my multi-bind down here will reflect that when we talk over that, because I have every single AA healing ability in my multi-bind right now. So my first hotbar here is literally just Hide Corpse that I have had before, and then I have Ancient Bargain, which is our cannibalize target. I keep that memorized. Like, it helps. I just, I can hit it sometimes. I have nothing on any of my characters bound to 2. So he's kind of free to hit that I can hit it whenever I want, right? Without having to worry about something else going on. Now 4, I have a pet attack macro. Now, the way I play these guys is I typically hit 4. Now, if you've seen, where is he at? Right over here. So if you see my Shadow Knight, he's bound on 4 and 5. The Shaman is not. The Shaman has no multi-binds like that. Now, he is only bound on 5. Why do I do that? That is because I can do things like I'm spamming 4 right on one character. The Shaman will do a pet attack, right? He will pet attack X target 19. He'll do his thing, but if I hit 5, that's when he will start healing. So I don't need to heal on every mob. Some mobs I can kill like 2 or 3 mobs. I don't even take damage on the Shadow Knight. No one else in the group takes damage. Only the Shadow Knight. So it's like, oh, I don't need to be wasting my mana spamming, group heals and all these different AAs. But I want to send my pet in, and I want to send in the pet swarm, and I want to call my swarm pets, right? I want to contribute to the group. I want to get some stuff done. And so that's an option, right? Next up, I have this debuff button, which allows me, didn't save it off. Oh my gosh, did I put it on her? No, yeah. All right, so this, I have no idea why they're not saving, but this was alt activate 192 or something like that. Because we got Mallow, a Mallow AA, and there it is right here. So we get this Mallow AA at 75, 148. And so this allows me to cast Mallow and cast Slow while I'm still doing other things because I'm not locked into healing, right? So there's the Mallow. I don't think... there we go. So it just depends. Hit the button a few times, it works. I probably need a pause or something in there. That's probably what I'm missing. I had already written the macro, and I guess I didn't save it or something. I don't know. But so while I'm hitting 4, everybody else is doing stuff, but the Shaman is not. So I can do the debuffs, I can do dots, I can send in my pet. It gives me some flexibility and not prevent him from doing stuff here. Let me give him a target. All right, so you see now my X target 19 is filled with a target. Now, if I look here, X target 19 is my assist. So if I hit 3, numpad 3, he's going to balance and all that. And then if we hit numpad 4, he's going to cast those. What is that? Dragon? Dire Griffin's Bile. I don't know. I don't even know where that came from. Oh, that's the Beast Lord. Never mind. Every character that can dot has a numpad 4, so they will do that off key. So I just can't stop that. But you can see there, he's got a lot of damage going out now. Spell damage, it's 1,800, 3,000 on a crit, 2,100 on that dot tick. It's good damage. It's too slow of damage. Now I should probably put in a nuke or something there, which eventually we will do. We will get rid of all the dots. The ice nuke line that Shamans get eventually becomes a healing twin cast line. So that will be how we kind of move forward with that. But right now we don't have that. So we make do with what we have. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. And then I have an X target, buff X target 20. So X target 20 right here is always my tank, or whoever is the tank. So if I hit numpad 7, I'm going to cast Panther, and then I'm going to cast Lassitude. Make sure those are always on him at all times, and we're good to go. it's good to go there. The next line is just teleport items. My follow macro is pretty basic. Stand, attack off, X target 1, X target 1 is always the character I'm playing from. Then follow, and then invite. So those are just little helper things to make that easier. And then I have 6 of these. Heal X target 1. So these are heal over time heals. So this is single target torpor. I just hit shift numpad 1 and boom, he gets single target torpor. Single target torpor for you and whatnot. So typically I don't need to do it. And you'll see me in the videos. I actually just tab over to this screen and I click whatever one it is, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I know I'm 4, right? I just hit it and I can tab back, right? I can also just at any time hit shift numpad 4, or let's say we're going to heal no regard, so shift numpad 5 and do it that way. It just, for me, it's easier sometimes just to click over than try to get that to get into the key queue of keys that I'm currently jamming my fingernails all over. But that's that line. And then for the multi-bind, I do Spectral Renewal, then I do the Mending, and then I do Call of Ancients, which is a stationary ward that heals everything for 200 health. And then I do Cannibalization, so I just, get that extra mana coming back as soon as I can. The group Torpor, Shade, Spectral Renewal here, actually becomes our synergy spell at 105. So it's kind of good to get used to that now, casting that, because that'll, the Shear of Renewal, will have the level 105 one, will increase the healing on the next 3 healing spells. So be doing it now gets me in that mindset that I need to be casting this spell on cooldown, because it only lasts for 12 seconds. So it's there. This comes in at 105, which, we're 75 now, but at the rate we're leveling, we will be 105 by the end of October. So, and then we have Ancestral Aid, which is heals all the group members for 500 health every 6 seconds. Another nice big heal, and then I turn into a bear just because we have all these AAs. I figured I might as well do it. Otherwise, I'll never use it. All it does is buff my melee, but the way the Shaman works is it's hard to melee and heal because you have to switch targets so much. Ancestral Guard, just another one that negates melee damage on me, no one else. But if I didn't cast it, I would never cast it. And then Union of Spirits, which just heals the target. So whoever I'm targeting, which is typically the tank, heals them for 3,000 health and then 1,500 over time. So it's just another big heal. Just get it out there. We get a ton of AA healing spells, and I like to just burn them all on cooldown. They had like 15-minute reuse, 24, 15, 3, 20, right? So these are longer cooldowns. Typically people save these for burns and stuff like that. I just burn them all the time. There's no point in me saving anything. I just hit it. Like they're all, once they're all on cooldown, like all I do is Shade Renewal, Mending, Shade Renewal, Mending, Cannibalize. That's all there is at that point out of these options. So, and then at the end here, we just added this in, but Ancestral Bargain for the last button. So if I just start, so I'm going to hit 5, right? So I'm just going to start hitting it. So I'm hitting 5, so I get Spectral Renewal, Cannibalize, Call the Ancients went out already because it's instant, Ancestral. So every single one of these is gone out there. Now we can just kind of see Mending is just pretty much spam healing Mending until something else is available, right? And this is me hitting the 5 button nonstop. Now Spectral Renewal's back up. Now I'm recasting it quite a bit. Now we're inside of Guild Hall, right? So the buffs don't have a duration tick down, but there's some overlap there. Now that overlap will kind of fade away as we get more healing spells, but we currently don't have that at the moment. So you can see here, wow, there's somebody in my guild hall. Who's that? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you can just see there, it's kind of spam heal, and whatnot. So that's how the multi-bind works for the most part. And let's see here. These are all pretty much the same. Nothing's really changed here. Just silent casting, dampen resistance. I'm kind of building up what I'm going to have as my burn. I don't have my burn button set up yet because we don't have enough abilities, but eventually we will have them there. And then spiritual channeling is a good spell for if you're out of mana. You take from your health, which can be problematic considering our heals and our other things take from health. And then I have Radiant Cure, which is a nice cure spell. Just very nice there to cure everything on the whole group. And then everything else is the same as always. So gear-wise, we are wearing the Broken Mirror, I guess, intro gear, right? So this is it's not the best gear. I think they're like if I had Plane of Time gear, it would be better than this. But the real benefit of this is that we can buy Type 9 and Type 5 AUGs to put into this gear, and this gear is good till all the way to 105. Now, will this character wear this gear to 105? Probably not. I've made so many Shamans over the years. I have full sets of like everything. So I'll be switching him in and out with different gear. Typically, I go for the Paragon gear about this level. That is from the achievements from the Hero's Journey. So I typically go for that kind of stuff. So like it's a Hero's Journey Conquest. I'm not sure what I did there. Achievements, there we go. And I don't know which one of these it is. Special maybe. Yeah, here we go. So like these achievements from Seeds of Destruction. Now this gear is phenomenally good. So it requires level 75, and you can kind of see here it is better than what I have now. It's 849 hit point ring versus a 275 hit point ring. But once I do the first intro quest to the Broken Mirror, I'll be able to buy the Type 9 and the Type 5 AUGs, which will increase the stats of this gear. This gear is just better than what I had before, so the options are pretty good there. Now, what else is there? I don't think there's anything else for the Shaman here. I think that covers gear, spells, and whatnot. I use this as a 100% healing class. I don't do anything else. That's all I do with this one. So it is what it is. This is how I play my level 75 Shaman. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching, and please have a fantastic day.